There is a house that can grant any wish. Would you like to have it? Anna wished for a child. Jack was furious when he saw it. He couldn't accept it. His own child was born through a wish. They had a big fight. Finally, after Jack persuaded her, Anna agreed to send the child away. But when she brought the child into the wishing room, she couldn't say the wish. In the end, Jack picked up the child, trying to do it himself. But looking at this little life, he too couldn't bring himself to say the wish to take it away. He had no choice but to leave the child behind. After observing for several days, Jack felt that everything was too strange. To investigate the house's history, he opened his computer to search. The truth he discovered shocked him. The former homeowner had been murdered in the house. Though the killer was arrested on the spot, his identity remained a mystery. He couldn't even explain where he came from. The police eventually deemed him mentally unstable and committed him to a psychiatric hospital. To uncover the truth, Jack went to the psychiatric ward where the killer was held. But the man seemed to know Jack was coming. He asked Jack if he had enjoyed everything, then told him to leave the house immediately. The killer issued a warning, but he was certain Jack wouldn't leave because no one would give up that fortune. Jack left the psychiatric ward with a heavy heart, but when he stopped to refuel and pay, he discovered the money he had withdrawn had turned to ashes. He realized something was wrong and rushed back home. He took the money from the room, walked to the window, and threw it out. Sure enough, before the money hit the ground, it too turned to ashes. To further test, Jack returned to the room, took a painting, and walked to the door. He placed half of the painting outside the door and half inside. Sure enough, a few seconds later, the half of the painting outside the door turned to ashes. He immediately understood. Anything that had been wished upon couldn't leave the room. Once it left, it would instantly turn to ashes. At that moment, he saw his wife carrying the baby toward the door. He told her not to go out, but couldn't explain why. In the end, his wife ignored him and walked out with the baby. Jack didn't forcefully stop her, perhaps hoping that the baby would disappear. He stood by the door waiting for the result. As soon as his wife stepped out the door, the baby began to cry loudly. Its skin changed instantly, and the shoes on its feet aged rapidly before their eyes. Hearing his wife's desperate cries for help, Jack could no longer contain himself. He opened the door and rushed out. When he returned with the baby in his arms, the shoes had already turned to ashes. When they looked at the baby again, they were stunned by the scene before them. In just a moment, the baby had turned into a teenager.